Days of Delusion by Deborah Thomas. Table of Contents. Chapter 1, The Floating City. Chapter 2, The Shadow. Chapter 3, The Ark. Chapter 4, Conspiracy Theories. Chapter 5, Home Sweet Home. Chapter 6, The Night That Changed It All. Chapter 7, Their World Fell Apart. Chapter 8, Aftershocks. Chapter 9, Journey to an Ancient Home. Chapter 10, The Familiar and the Unfamiliar Homeland. Chapter 11, The Wailing Wall. Chapter 12, Entombed Secrets. Chapter 13, An Unexpected Trip. Chapter 14, Encounter. Chapter 15, Prism. Chapter 16, Darkness Which May Be Felt. Chapter 17, The Mysterious Jewels. Chapter 18, The Memorial. Chapter 19, The Ancient Enemy. Chapter 20, The Prisoner. Chapter 21, A Strange Proposal. Chapter 22, The Search. Chapter 23, The Man with the Twisted Face. Chapter 24, Secret Passageways. Chapter 25, Dark City Rising. Chapter 26, Salvation. Chapter 27, Escape Plan. Chapter 28, The Underground Battle. Chapter 29, The Underground Lair. Chapter 30, The Truth. Chapter 31, Reunited. Chapter 32, Battle Plan. Chapter 33, Traitors. Chapter 34, Mistaken Identity. Chapter 35, The Gathering. Chapter 36, Signs and Lying Wonders. Chapter 37, The Escape. Chapter 38, The Last Great Commission. Dedication. For God and my family. Author's note. Warning. This book is a work of fiction, fake characters, settings, and events. However, some of it is inspired by biblical truths. I chose characters' names and prophecies based on the ones in the Bible. If you want to read the source of truth, read God's Holy Bible. In fact, if you have never read the Bible, please stop reading my book and pick up the Bible first. It is getting quite difficult to discern the truth these days. However, we Christians know the source of all truth. The Bible is God's holy word and our guidebook for real life. Initially, I had no plans to write during these busy years in my life, but I thought I might get to it someday. However, changes in laws required me to go back to graduate school and get more credits in teaching English language arts. In one class, we had to write plans for a fictional novel. I was stuck. I searched online for ideas and found many strange articles all over the internet. There were loads of conspiracy theories, scientists shooting protons together to discover new particles, floating cities, and other strange sightings in the sky. All were endless possibilities for a story idea. Many of these articles seemed like modern-day science fiction becoming a reality. Above all topics, I have a keen interest in the Bible, especially in prophecy. I am no expert on these topics and have had no formal training. However, my parents taught me my whole life to watch for the signs of the times. God has allowed me to read, study, and teach the Bible for several years. He has taught me many things throughout this time, not only in my studies, but also in my personal life. As time goes by, I see many things changing. It is not the same world as before, even just during our short lifespan within this generation. How far will all of this go? How rapidly could our world escalate in building toward the prophetic scenes in the days immediately preceding the rapture? What will the world be like right before it happens? We can clearly see some prophecies fulfilled while others remain mysteries until their completion. Even during the years of writing this novel, much of what people used to consider conspiracy theories or science fiction has become a reality through new inventions and new ideologies about what might be hovering around in our universe. Technology can be a good thing, but its rapid pace is almost scary. When I first started teaching, I heard about some teachers leaving their profession when laptops became the norm. But how far it has gone since then. Some technology crosses barriers that should not be crossed, such as in genetics, warfare, etc. Now, some people worry about artificial intelligence becoming sentient and taking over. It seems that every sci-fi movie could be achieved in real life at this point. Today, much of the technology is available to make the end happen. The strange hybrid-like locusts from Revelation, the mark of the beast, the global economic and religious system, and just about any strong delusion. On the other hand, it is important to remember that however God chooses to roll out his judgments, they will happen, and it does not have to depend upon our technologies. The only way to avoid these last judgments is to believe in Jesus Christ to be saved. I only had to write a few scenes for that class all those years ago. About 5 years later, during the lockdowns of the coronavirus, I revisited my book plan. I have grown tired of watching people argue on TV and the disgusting, immoral content on several shows in recent years. Some good things remain. However, it seems as if much of the world is spiraling out of control. Even as I write this, Israel is suffering atrocious attacks from the terrorist group Hamas. The highest number of Jewish people has died in this war since the Holocaust. Our heartfelt prayers are with the people of Israel and all the innocent people who are affected. We Christians know this all has a deeper meaning. The end is getting very close. Jesus will soon return for his people. I would like to thank several people. First of all, God, I pray that you all get to know him, his saving grace through Jesus Christ and his Holy Spirit if you have not already done so. I thank my parents for raising me to know about Jesus Christ and to be saved. Thanks to my husband and our 3 kids for waiting a little longer as I finished typing pieces of the story when they woke up during those school breaks. Thanks to my pastors, family, friends, teachers, colleagues, and students who have all impacted and shaped my life in many ways. Several of my students have been encouraging me as I finished writing this. I hope you enjoy reading it, but more than that, I hope you will read the real source, the truth and the primary source of inspiration, the Bible. All pictures were generated with Midjourney. The audiobook voices were generated in 11 labs. The background music was generated by Splash Pro. This story is recommended for teens and adults. A riddle. On the cover outside is bound, a secret message to be found. Through the passage where it leads, twisted layers to be seen. Prologue, Matthew 24, 1-8, King James Version. 1. And Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to show him the buildings of the temple. 2. And Jesus said unto them, See ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world? 4. And Jesus answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows.